The year 2011 became the backdrop for two deeply disturbing cases that challenge our most basic sense of security. Within 5 months, two accomplished 27-year-old women were murdered inside their own homes, the very spaces meant to be sanctuaries. One investigation led to a swift conviction, a testament to diligent police work. The other descended into a decade-long battle against an official narrative that seems to defy logic. These are the stories of how two violent deaths, under the illusion of domestic safety, yielded drastically different legacies of justice. Ellen Greenberg was a woman building a bright future. At 27, she was an only child, dearly loved by her parents, Joshua and Sandee Greenberg. She had earned her teaching credentials and was a founding first-grade teacher at Juniata Park Academy in Philadelphia. She was engaged to a sports TV producer, Samuel Goldberg, and from the Manayunk apartment they shared, they were actively planning their wedding. However, in the weeks leading up to her death, Ellen began experiencing severe anxiety. She started seeing a psychiatrist and was prescribed medication, a detail that would later become central to the official theory of what happened. But according to her psychiatrist's own notes, Ellen was not suicidal and seemed to be improving just days before she died. On January 26, 2011, a heavy blizzard blanketed Philadelphia, sending Ellen home from work early. Her actions that day appeared perfectly normal. She filled her car with gas and back at her apartment began preparing a fruit salad. The timeline of what happened next comes almost entirely from one person: her fiancé, Samuel Goldberg. Samuel stated he left their apartment around 4:45 p.m. to go to the building's gym. He claimed he returned about 30 to 45 minutes later, only to find the apartment door locked from the inside with a swing bar latch. After failing to reach Ellen by phone, he said he was forced to break the door open. At around 6:30 p.m., Goldberg placed a call to 911, but his story of what he saw was immediately inconsistent. He told the operator Ellen was on the floor and might have slipped, but when instructed to perform CPR, his account changed dramatically. "Oh my God, she stabbed herself," he exclaimed, before immediately backtracking, "I guess so, or she fell on it. I don't know."
Help, I need everything out. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address? Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no! Oh no! It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No.
I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie.
You don't know where she's bleeding from? Can't tell
Ellie.
where the blood's coming from?
I think her head. I think she hit her head, I think. But it's not everywhere.
Okay, sir.
It's everywhere.
She might have fallen. Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone.
What's wrong? Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay, do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her feet on her...
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off, okay? Heel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Ellie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir.
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down here now? I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Was your house broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but...
Critically, Goldberg insisted that Ellen was lying on her back. However, when police and paramedics arrived, they found a different scene. Her body was in a slumped, seated position, propped up against the kitchen cabinets. The immediate discrepancy suggested to investigators that her body may have been moved after the emergency call was made. The physical evidence was even more bewildering. An autopsy documented 20 separate stab wounds across her chest, abdomen, head, and neck. 10 of those wounds were on the back of her head and neck, an area a person would find nearly impossible to repeatedly stab with significant force. A 10-inch serrated kitchen knife was still plunged 4 inches into her chest. The autopsy also noted 11 bruises on her body in various stages of healing, suggesting prior injuries. Forensic analysis commissioned by the Greenberg family revealed a fiercely contested detail. Experts hired by the family argued that wounds to her neck could have affected nerves or the spinal cord, making it unlikely she could inflict multiple wounds on herself. However, other experts, including a neuropathologist cited in court records, countered that the spinal cord itself was not severed and that movement remained possible. Despite the debate, the consensus among numerous independent experts, including famed pathologist Dr. Cyril Wecht, was that the evidence pointed strongly suspicious of homicide. Another expert, Dr. Wayne Ross, identified evidence of manual strangulation and noted a stab wound to her brain would have been incapacitating, making further self-inflicted harm highly improbable. Despite this mountain of evidence, the official investigation was riddled with inconsistencies. On January 27th, the day after Ellen died, medical examiner Dr. Marlon Osborne ruled her death a homicide. Just days later, however, Philadelphia police were publicly stating they were leaning towards suicide. Following a meeting with police, Dr. Osborne officially changed the manner of death to suicide. The reversal was heavily based on the locked room scenario, yet that theory quickly began to crumble. The building's security guard refuted Goldberg's claim that he was present when the door was broken down. Experts noted the damage to the latch was inconsistent with a forced entry, and the building manager stated the lock could be manipulated from the outside. The investigation also drew sharp criticism over its handling of the crime scene. According to a civil complaint and news reports, the apartment was professionally cleaned the very next day. Furthermore, in a highly unusual move, Goldberg's uncle, a prominent attorney, was permitted to remove electronics like laptops and cell phones from the sealed apartment. Throughout the long legal battle that followed, Samuel Goldberg has maintained his innocence through his attorney, has never been charged with a crime, and has consistently declined to speak publicly about the events of that day. This move drew criticism for breaking the chain of custody, though authorities never admitted wrongdoing. Refusing to accept the official ruling, Ellen's parents, Josh and Sandee, launched their own grueling, decade-long fight for justice. They hired a team of world-renowned experts, all of whom concluded that Ellen was murdered. In 2019, they filed an unprecedented civil lawsuit to force the city to change the manner of death back to homicide. That case has slowly made its way to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. In 2022, jurisdiction was transferred to the Chester County District Attorney's Office to avoid conflicts of interest. Then, on November 8, 2024, that office announced it was placing the matter in inactive status, stating that while they were not closing the case, they could not prove a crime beyond a reasonable doubt, largely because the flaws of the initial investigation had degraded the evidence so severely. In February 2025, former Assistant Medical Examiner Dr. Marlon Osborne filed a sworn statement, asserting that Ellen's death should never have been classified as a suicide. However, since he no longer works for the office, his statement has no legal power to change the record. The case of Ellen Greenberg is now trapped in a tragic paradox. The very system designed to deliver justice has instead created a bureaucratic wall where the truth is widely acknowledged by experts, yet cannot be officially recognized. Ellen Greenberg's case is a study in official ambiguity, but just 5 months later, and 800 miles to the south, the death of another 27-year-old woman would become a case of horrifying, undeniable certainty. Lauren Teresa Giddings was a compassionate and driven woman on the cusp of her career. She had just graduated from Mercer University's law school in Macon, Georgia, and was deep in study for the bar exam, hoping to fulfill her dream of becoming a public defender. She was the eldest of 3 sisters, described by all who knew her as vibrant and kind. In late June of 2011, Lauren's family grew worried when she stopped answering their calls. She had told them she would be focused on studying, so a few days of silence wasn't initially alarming. But when her calls went straight to voicemail for several days, her family filed a missing persons report on June 30th. The search ended almost as soon as it began. That same morning, while investigating at her apartment complex, police made a gruesome discovery inside a trash can, a human torso, wrapped in plastic bags. It was quickly identified as Lauren Giddings. Her head, arms, and legs have never been found. Living in the apartment next door was Lauren's 25-year-old law school classmate, Stephen Mark McDaniel. Known as a socially awkward loner, McDaniel inserted himself into the search, pretending to be just another concerned neighbor. His mask of deception slipped during a now infamous local news interview. As a reporter was interviewing him about his missing friend, word broke that a body had been discovered on the property. The camera captured McDaniel's real-time reaction as his calm composure dissolved into visible, stammering shock. He had gambled that the trash would be collected before the body was found.
We don't know where she is. The only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. She had a door jamb that was sitting right by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. The door was locked when everyone got here. We just don't know where she is.
Whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? We don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
That on-camera moment revealed his terror at being caught. Investigators soon learned this was not a random act of violence. McDaniel's ex-roommate revealed that the 25-year-old had a long-standing fantasy of committing the perfect murder, which included dismembering a body to avoid detection. He had bragged about having no conscience and wanting to feel the power of holding someone's life in his hands. While McDaniel tried to play the part of a harmless eccentric, his digital life told the real story. Unlike in Ellen's case, where digital devices were controversially removed from the scene, the analysis of McDaniel's electronics became the core of the prosecution's case. Investigators found hundreds of images and surveillance-style videos of Lauren on his computer, some taken from just outside her apartment on the night he killed her. They also found a pair of Lauren's underwear and a personal thumb drive he had stolen during a previous break-in. His online activity was a blueprint for murder. He had made over 14,000 internet searches, obsessively tracking Lauren's social media. Just before the murder, he researched the type of security grill on her door and how to disable it. On the night of the murder, his searches included disturbing content related to unconscious victims. Later, he looked up the local garbage collection schedule. Under the username SOL, he posted on blogs about murder and mutilation, writing about using chloroform and disposing of a body in a trash bin. In one post, he chillingly called himself a true cold-hearted monster. The physical evidence was just as damning. Cadaver dogs alerted in multiple locations, including parts of both McDaniel's and Lauren's apartments. A hacksaw bearing Lauren's DNA was found in a locked closet in the building's laundry room. Investigators also recovered a hacksaw package and gloves from McDaniel's unit, and noted fresh scratches on his torso, consistent with a struggle. Prosecutors initially sought the death penalty, but withdrew the request in February 2013 after consulting with the Giddings family. Facing an airtight case, Stephen McDaniel pleaded guilty to murder in April 2014. He received a life sentence and won't be eligible for parole until 2041. As part of his plea, McDaniel provided a full written confession. He admitted to using a stolen master key to enter Lauren's apartment at 4:30 a.m. while she was asleep. When she awoke, he strangled her to death. The next night, he returned to the apartment and dismembered her body in her own bathtub. In his written statement, he claimed he disposed of Lauren's remaining body parts in a commercial dumpster across the street. By the time investigators learned this, its contents had already been hauled to a county landfill, lost forever. Despite extensive searches, Lauren's remains have never been recovered. For the Giddings family, the quest is no longer for legal justice, but for the profound human need to bring all of their daughter home. The vibrant, kind-hearted law graduate would never get to take the bar exam or fulfill her dream of becoming a public defender, her future stolen by a classmate's monstrous obsession. The Giddings family has the certainty of a conviction, but still searches for the closure that only a proper burial for Lauren can bring. Meanwhile, the Greenberg family, armed with a mountain of forensic evidence, continues a legal battle not for a killer's name, but for the fundamental truth of what happened to their daughter to be officially acknowledged. Both families remain in a state of limbo, fighting different battles on parallel paths, forever changed by violence that came from inside the house. In one case, the evidence was compromised, and in the other, it was undeniable. What do you believe is the most critical factor that led to such different outcomes? Join the discussion in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Our goal is to explore the complexities of justice, one story at a time. If you appreciate this approach, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss the next one.